Forward. Guys, BetMGM put out their first round of post-free agency win totals for the upcoming NBA season, and this is how the Eastern Conference stacks up. The Knicks, the defending NBA champions, highest over-under win total at 52.5. The Celtics still slightly ahead of the 76ers despite the LeBron James addition at 51.5. The Sixers and Pistons both tied for third highest projected over-under win total at 50.5. And then the Cavaliers, fifth in the East at 47.5. Jason, if you had to take the over or the under based on the information we have currently and the roster as far as we know it, would you take the over or the under on the Cavs at 47.5?
Over. I don't know. Maybe you guys disagree.
No, I'm with you. I would take the over.
I think that's a little low. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't take it by a lot, but I think they win 50 games.
They're a 50-win team.
Yeah,
this is at least a 50-win team.
You're going to have to get over to be in that top 6, right?
Yeah,
or at least very borderline.
Yeah.
To be in the top 4, you're going to have to be a 50.
In the words of Adam the Bull, this is kind of like prisoner of the moment. The Cavs didn't win LeBron James. We get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. And now everybody's acting like we just a god-awful basketball team or a team that, I ain't going to say god-awful, but a not top 6 team. This is a 50-win team easily. I mean, the roster is pretty much damn near the same as it was last year, minus a couple people.
But what I will say, though, is, to be fair, put that graphic back up, Mike, please, if you could. The over-unders. I mean, if you look at it, it's only 5 less wins than the number 1 team. So it's not like they're that far off. And I think some of these others are low, like the Sixers at 50.5. I like the over. The Knicks at 52.5. I think the Pistons will go backwards.
Well, I'm not surprised that the Sixers is where it is, right? Because what's your projection for LeBron? He usually plays 70, but
he's had some injuries lately.
Right, but they have a good team.
What's your projection for Embiid games? 48 at max?
That's it.
Right, but now you still have those 2 good young guards and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, but LeBron is not a regular season. Like, he's never cared about the regular season.
I hear you, but don't you think they're going to win more than 50.5 games if you had to bet?
I mean, they're going to be getting everybody's best shot every night. Yeah, they're going to be managing guys to get to April and May. So.
I would probably take the over, but I think that's pretty close.
Yeah.
These guys are pretty good that set these numbers.
I think Detroit's going backwards this year. Anybody else with me on that or no?
Well, I think they're certainly going backwards. They won 60, right?
Right. That's true.
But in terms of like if you think who's the power in the East, and like they were most fraudulent 1 seed ever, or at least in 10 years,
Let's do all 5. Knicks. I got
over on.
I got over on the Knicks.
I got over on the Knicks.
Jason.
I take the under.
Under. Celtics.
Under.
Over.
Right on the fence on that one.
Yeah, I would take the under, but I think the Knicks are right around 50 to 52.
Yeah, I think the numbers are all pretty good.
Yeah.
I would go under on the Celtics, but I also think it's close.
I think under on the Celtics and on the Sixers.
I'm going over on the Sixers.
I would take the over on the Sixers.
I'm going under.
I would take the over on the Pistons because JB's teams play hard in the regular season.
They do.
That's true. Good point. And they did. Even though I said they're going to go backwards, you're right. They won 60 last
And Cade missed a long stretch last year.
That's true.
Late in the season, and they still won 60.
But, like, we can't take the over on all of them. And I know we've taken some
That's
unders.
true, yeah.
Not everybody's going to win 55, 58 games
and
in the East.
The next group of teams are, like, pretty good. There's, like, 6 through
do you
10.
want to hear some of the other win totals for the teams under that?
What's Atlanta's?
Atlanta's 43.5.
I would take the over.
I'm taking on that.
Charlotte 37.5.
I like that over.
I don't know enough about Charlotte.
Indiana, the Pacers with Halliburton coming back, 44.5. The Heat with Giannis, 46.5, just 1 win below Cleveland.
Talk about injuries. I mean,
What about Orlando?
43.5.
I'm going to guess Washington is like 30.5.
35.5.
Wow, 35.5. That's 3 seasons for the Wizards lately.
Toronto's 45.5. So they got a jambalaya of
and
teams.
we don't know about Kawhi yet, right?
It's still up in the air, question mark.
I was reading that might go into next year, like into the season.
But nobody in the NBA has any idea what's going on.
I don't know.
What is taking so long for them to come to a decision here?
Well, it's complicated. I mean, Pablo just dumped something else. I haven't even had a chance to watch it, but Pablo dumped something else, tying him to the governor of Rhode Island.
Tying Kawhi?
Yeah. And the soccer team, and it's
so much shady.
Not real quick. He didn't tie Kawhi. He tied the aspiration scandal, like that whole reach of the scandal. Not necessarily Kawhi did anything with the.
But Kawhi is part owner of the soccer club.
Oh, that part I didn't realize. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So it's the whole thing is a tangled mess. it's gone on way longer than anyone in the league office thought. I was talking to somebody in the league office this year about it. And I thought we were getting to the point of having a resolution on this months ago. And there's still nothing. So, I mean, how do you block the trade?
It's weird.
How can you block the trade?
They did, though.
Well, they stalled it.
Okay.
But they didn't block it. They didn't. They didn't.
Right. If he's allowed to play, then he should be allowed to be traded.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So eventually,
if you're not suspending him, then
they're going to have to let this. Unless you come up with evidence, you got to let this go through.
All right. More on Browns training camp in hour number 2 of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show in 2 minutes.